Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson here with AC Bongos, my friend Graham Boyd. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well. How are you? It's great to be back in Germany.
I am excited to be joining you and joining everybody at home around the world for this, the world premiere of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer experience. Of course, we've heard some of the news earlier in the week. Now you get to see it with your own eyes, right?
That's right. We've all heard about those new features, the new score streaks, all of that new stuff, and we thought the best way to demonstrate that to you is show you it live, right? So we've got gaming coming to you live tonight, and we've got some of the world's best professional Call of Duty players demonstrating it all to you.
We've got some fantastic stuff. If you're on Twitter, you want to use the hashtag BlackOps2MP. That's Black Ops, the number 2 MP. Now listen, this is unprecedented. You are seeing the most gameplay. The game does not release for 2 months, almost 2 months. So you're going to see more of the game, of the multiplayer game, than pretty much any other multiplayer game out there this far in advance. But Graham, right now, you're going to get over to your spot, and you're going to show us kind of what we're going to see for the rest of the hour, correct?
That's right. Let's go and take a look around this amazing booth, right? First thing to remember is that there's 2 Black Ops 2 booths. This is just one of them. So if you imagine there's another one like this just next door, right? It's over 1,250 square meters just for Black Ops 2. That's 144 Xboxes all land up so that gamers can get hands-on with Black Ops 2 multiplayer all this week. And speaking of, not just gamers, but the professional Call of Duty players. We've got some huge names here tonight from Optic Gaming, from Envious, from Prophecy, and some of the best German Call of Duty players as well. We've got the guys at the back here ready to see some Black Ops 2 action. Hey, everyone's excited. And I want to introduce you to someone I met at Call of Duty XP last year, my friend Mike Raphael, better known as Hastro, right? How are you, Mike?
I'm great, AC. How are you?
I'm very well. This is your first time in Germany, first time at Gamescom?
First time in Germany, first time at Gamescom. Loving it so far.
And what better way to experience your first time in Gamescom by showing off some of these amazing new Black Ops 2 multiplayer features, and also the esports and the codcasting features you're going to take us through as well, yeah?
That's absolutely right. We're about to blow off the doors on Black Ops 2 multiplayer. We have some of the most talented players in the world here. Should be a great show.
So you're going to see a lot more of Hastro later tonight. You're certainly going to hear a lot more of Hastro, and I think you've got a very special guest coming up to do some cool codcasting with you, yeah?
That's right. So for the first time ever, Mr. David Vonderhaar of Treyarch will be picking up the microphone to do a little shoutcasting with me, a little bit of COD.
I was going to keep that a secret. You've just given it away, but that's fine. That's fine. Get back here and be ready to watch Vaughn codcasting for the very first time. We should maybe ask him about that quad feed on the multiplayer reveal trailer as well.
Yeah, I think he says that none of these players here can hang with his quad feed, so we'll see.
We'll see. Right, let's get this thing kicked off properly. We're going to hand back to Larry. Cheers.
Thank you, Graham. Now listen, everybody in the Call of Duty community knows that it's all about the community. Treyarch really cares about the community. So to speak to that, I've got Mark Lamia here who has this special message for you.
Hi everyone, it's really great to be here in Cologne, and on behalf of the entire team at Treyarch, we couldn't be more thrilled to roll back the curtain on Black Ops 2 multiplayer for you here. Coming off of Black Ops, the team was really energized. We thrived on the creative freedom that came with exploring a new time period and what it meant to Black operations, the weapons, the vehicles, and ultimately how that all translated to new gameplay, especially in multiplayer. And earlier this year, we introduced you to our vision of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's an entirely new, near-future fiction that takes place a little more than a decade out in the year 2025. And that's where drones, advanced robotics, and artificial intelligence, they'll all play a vital role in warfare as we're coming to know it. And that's where technology will enhance weaponry, creating powerful combinations in battle, especially for Black Ops 2 multiplayer gameplay. With Black Ops 2, the team is doing its very best work, and we're crafting the most ambitious and best multiplayer game that we have ever made. And what you'll see is a team that's building on the successes of Black Ops, yet willing to challenge the fundamental assumptions about core systems, reinventing them and empowering players more than ever. Additionally, it'll be clear today just how much the team was inspired by the world of esports. Call of Duty is all about competition. It's a sport. And in Black Ops 2, we've architected a framework for that sport to thrive for players at any level. We've provided integrated tools to bring esports to the masses. Black Ops 2 multiplayer experience speaks to every type of player, regardless of playstyle or skill level, all while remaining faithful to the core essence of what people have come to expect from Call of Duty multiplayer. So I want to thank you, the fans, for joining us for the worldwide premiere of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Multiplayer. This live stream is for you.
That's just great, Mark. Thank you. Now, what can you expect for the next hour? Well, let's go to the head of design for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Mr. Dave Vonderhaar. David, what's new in Black Ops 2 and how does it differ from previous games?
Larry, when we started development of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Multiplayer, we really wanted to challenge all of the fundamental assumptions about all of our core gameplay systems. So all of those systems, including Create a Class, the score streak system, even ranking and unlocking, we've had a really critical, deep think about the best way we can put power to customize the game back in the hands of the player.
There's so much going on here. Give us kind of a high level of some of the headlines.
Yeah, so, the game takes place in 2025. So all of our brand new toys and technologies and gadgets that you're going to find in multiplayer, we built because it gives us this great sandbox for us to develop new gameplay mechanics around that technology.
Now, there's a real sports feel to this experience, isn't there? There's some great new features.
So the esports initiative. So in the competition and esports initiative, we're doing a lot of things for players. First off, we're going to have a skill-based matchmaking system that we refer to as league play. So that way you and I can play together if we're of equal skill, because the game is fun when competition is at an equal playing field. Competition's fun when we're at the same level. So that's how we do the sport. The second thing that we do is a feature we call codcasting. Codcasting is a special type of spectator mode, and it allows a guy inside the game to serve as a type of color commentator. And he can go through the game, you can see everyone on the map, you can see where they all are, what kind of kill streak they're on, if they're taking objectives in a particular type of view, and you can use this to put on a great spectator experience for other people, therefore making the game fun to watch.
Thanks, David. You're going to hear about that and a lot more of the brand new Black Ops 2 multiplayer features later on in the show. And hey, look! I've got David right here. Hey, David.
What's going on, Larry? How are you doing?
I am doing great, Len. You and I were talking a little bit before the show, and this is your first Gamescom.
This is my first Gamescom, and it's such a great opportunity to bring the game out to everybody. So excited.
What a way to go. I mean, you've got Black Ops 2 here, and I know we haven't seen much of the booth already, but I mean, it's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not just one booth, it's two booths, and it's really impressive. So many PlayStations. Everybody's going to have a good time when they get on the stations.
There definitely is. There's a lot of Xbox 360s out here, and we got a lot going on here, but really it's about the gameplay, and we're going to hear from David. We're going to talk later on in the show about some of the brand new features in multiplayer, right?
We're going to talk about all sorts of new features. We're going to talk about multi-TDM. We're going to talk about Hardpoint. We're going to talk about the new Create a Class system. You're going to learn a lot tonight.
There's a lot going on. Anyway, let's get over to Graham and let's get the multiplayer action started. Graham?
Hey everyone, we are down here in the pit, which is where I like to be with my man Hastro. How are you feeling now?
Oh, feeling great still.
Good, ready to go. We're getting ready to go with Game 1 here, the live streaming with the pro players. But first of all, I want to talk to you about some of these esports features that have been introduced to Black Ops 2 multiplayer. Now, you're actually the esports advisor to Treyarch in this, right? So tell me about how you went through that process and some of the features.
Sure, we essentially looked at what makes Call of Duty just so beloved as a competitive game, right? And we took a look at it and said, how can we make this even more entertaining for people to watch? And we really took a deep dive into all these features that we could come up with to create a better viewing experience for the viewers who like to watch Call of Duty matches. So some of the features that we've put in, you're going to see right here and right now, and they really make the game really exciting to watch.
Great. So the best way to see them is to have it demonstrated to you on the live stream. But we've got some amazing players here as well, some really big names in the Call of Duty competitive scene. Give us an introduction to who we've got and some of the big names to look out for.
Okay, so you have the two most successful North American teams in Optic Gaming, who are coming off a fresh victory at the EGL 7 championship in Blackpool, England, in the UK. You also have Team Envious, a very storied team, most tournament wins in Call of Duty history. You have Prophecy from the UK, one of the most amazing British teams that ever come about, and currently they're probably their best squad. And then you have a hodgepodge of German players, some of the best German pros put together for Team Germany. So without a doubt, you're going to see some great gameplay.
So obviously I'm shouting for Team Prophecy, that's my home country team, although they told me not to mention EGL to them, so we'll just skip over that one. But also I'm looking out for Raiden, one of the German guys, right? He's the most successful German Call of Duty player ever. He's also a local boy, right? He's from Cologne, so this is home turf, so let's keep an eye on him. So tell us about the first game mode we're going to go. We're going to go quite classic here, right?
Absolutely. We want to keep it classic right now for the first game. We're about to blow the doors off, so it's going to be a team deathmatch, and the map is going to be Cargo. Now, Cargo is just a kind of just a close quarters combat map, and it's got this open ring in the middle, so it's wide open in the middle and close quarters all around the outside. It's absolutely fantastic. Lots of fast-paced, close quarter combat gameplay, and it should be just really amazing to watch. You're going to get to see a lot of the new weapons and things being fired off because the gameplay is so fast.
And we're going 6v6, so how are the teams being split up? So
it's 6v6. We have the North Americans on one side and the Europeans on another, but we do have one sub on the North American squad who's actually European. His name is Toby from SK Gaming. He's subbing in for an American player who had flight complications, and it's going to be interesting to watch Europe versus North America.
So it's basically Clash of the Titans, Europe versus North America. What an amazing way to kick it off. Let's get going.
All right, here we go, boys. Let's do this. Good luck.
All right, folks.
Okay, come on.
Here it is, Cargo. For the first time ever, Black Ops 2 multiplayer is being podcasted to the world. It's the first exhibition match, and as you see right off the bat, we are in Codcaster mode, and we are on board with Shane from Team Prophecy. And early on, Prophecy is going to break out left here. And it looks like the Europeans are going to make a move for this office building, and they're going to run right into some of the Americans as we see Shane throwing a bouncing Betty in immediately. He's going to hit fire. He's got an LMG, picking up a very nice shot on Optic Ray right there. So nice job by the Europeans drawing first blood, but the North Americans actually answer back pretty quickly here. And let's take a look here at our picture-in-picture mode. We can see that big timer for the North Americans is on a 3-kill streak here. So we'll swap over to him. He's packing the SIG 556, and he's got the millimeter wave scanner on that bad boy. And that MMS is a new attachment here in Black Ops 2 multiplayer. It actually will see through walls if anybody is standing stationary on the other side. So it is very much a rusher's tool. It is very able and capable of sneaking out and finding the campers who are oh so frustrating in Call of Duty. And we are still on board with Big Timer as the North Americans have taken the lead now, 14-11. Make that 12 as Quantum from the European squad takes out Merc. And it looks like the Europeans just had a flurry of kills. Let's swap over and check out Swanee of Team Prophecy, who's playing for the Europeans here. He has the Ballista iron sights. Now the iron sight attachment is basically you take the scope off of your sniper rifle on the Ballista, and he also has another attachment on that as well. He's got the iron sights to increase the hip fire accuracy. So it looks like he's going to try and no-scope some people here, but he's got the Cap 40 out, and the Cap 40 does some work right there, dual wielding him. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and call in a score streak. Called in 2, actually. That is going to be the counter UAV combo. And it looks like the crowd is starting to get into this one now as they just checked out some of the gameplay on the other side. And it looks like Swanee picks up another kill with the Cap 40s. He goes down. And now Swanee's actually going to call in a lightning strike here. And as that lightning strike rains down, he does not manage to pick off any players. The Europeans now in the lead by 5 kills. Let's take a look here at the picture-in-picture. One more time, looks like Toby for the North American side, even though he is European, is going to be taking some shots here with the Ballista. Now he has the scope on the Ballista sniper rifle. And it looks like Toby is going to get taken out there. Somebody on the other side is definitely blowing it up right now, and I want to find out who that is because the crowd is going absolutely nuts. So as we cycle through the players, it might have been Raid in there who picked up quite a few. Looks like he got 2 kills there. And now Merc looks like he picked up a couple kills, and the crowd goes nuts again. And he has the M8A1, and he has the target finder attachment on that. Now the target finder attachment is so valuable because it actually paints the enemy within your sights, as you see Merc getting some nice hit markers right there. And he also has the combat axe and the shock charge. So I think Merc is trying to go for that highlight reel as the Europeans are still in the lead by 6 now. Merc picking up a kill right there with some hip fire. And it looks like he's going to be scoping in. He's going to go ahead and call in a UAV for his team. Let's see if the North Americans can take advantage of this. And we'll go ahead and listen into the North American side and see how they're communicating.
I have one shocked up top. Come on, we're down 3, boys. Let's go. Keep it up.
It's coming to you.
One follow me on the left side.
Pushing the right building. Right behind me, wow.
Oh, inside, up top.
Bottom of the far right.
He's weak up top.
I don't know if it's
Gunshy's in the closet. Nice, we're still down to you. Nice one. One shot on the west side, I got it.
Why? No.
We're back to go.
And as we took that listen in right there, we heard the North Americans communicating so effectively, and now they find themselves still down by 6. They were trying to claw back into it, as you heard Merck giving some nice call-outs to his teammates, picking up a couple kills right there as we were viewing him. And it looks like Gunshy from the European side is on a tear right now with a 6-kill streak. He has the M8A1 assault rifle, and it looks like he has the classic reflex attachment on that. So the reflex sight, and he actually has 2 attachments. If you notice in the bottom right corner of your screen, you'll see a small circle there with a tiny arrow. That is actually the select fire attachment. So that means Gunshy can take that weapon and put it into automatic fire mode, or he can turn it into burst fire mode. And it looks like Gunshy picked up another huge kill there on Ray with the TAC-45. That's his secondary pistol. Spots another player from the North American side, picking up some nice shots right there, some nice hit markers. And it looks like the Europeans are increasing their lead here. As we take a look at the map, looks like Gunshy's going to run into maybe a couple more North American players right here. He's going to decide to back off a little bit. But one player is breaching that office building, so Gunshy's got to be careful. Take some shots there. Nice shots on Big Timer. Spots another player from North America up top. 38 seconds left to go now. Still on board with Gunshy, and it looks like people are applauding. Gunshy gets a nice, huge shot right there on Merck. Very nice jumping hip-fire shot on Merck. And it looks like the Europeans are now running away with this one. Up by 20 kills as Gunshy goes huge with a double kill to go on about a 14 or 15 kill streak. And before it's all over, Gunshy's going to get a little bit extra right there with that double kill. Make sure he puts in a certain amount of work. As we take a look at our scoreboard as the game is closing out, Gunshy on fire, 20-11. And as you can take a look there, 82-64 is going to be our final score, with the Europeans taking round number 1 here on Cargo.
All right, that was amazing. I got to tell you, I'm here with Mark. Mark Lamia, that is great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome to see these guys out here. Some great teamwork, some intense competition. It's that competition that is, of course, at the heart of Call of Duty Black Ops Multiplayer, Black Ops 2. And, you know, it is why Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Multiplayer is a sport.
I got to tell you, man, you know, you're in charge of Treyarch. That's what it says on his business cards. I'm in charge of Treyarch. But you've got to be real proud of the team and some of the innovation they brought to the table this time around, right?
Yeah, you know what? The team really went for it. I'm really proud of the team. You know, they really were inspired by the world of esports, and, you know, so much so that they created an entire suite of features that's going to really propel esports and Call of Duty Multiplayer. You know, great set of tools to allow people to commentate, to broadcast out this content. We know people love to play Call of Duty, and we believe people love watching Call of Duty.
So you saw some of those features a moment ago during the match, but now we're going to catch up with Mr. Vandahar and Hastro, and they're going to explain in depth what you're going to get with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Multiplayer. David, that was amazing. What did we just see?
That was the world premiere of the codcasting feature in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Multiplayer, and that was Cargo in Team Deathmatch.
Thanks, David. Hastro, tell us about some of the tools that we just saw.
Sure. So you saw a few different elements in the codcasting feature, and it just really allows us to get in and make a better viewing experience for the audience that's tuning into Call of Duty matches online, right? So you saw an element called the score panel, and that's the kind of the key element at the very top center of the screen. The score panel is just a way for us to give information quickly to the audience, the score, what team's in the lead, and how much time is left in the game.
And then, of course, we saw the names up there. That's the nameplate.
Yeah, the nameplate essentially is our way of giving the player a jersey and a number, right? A name on the back of the jersey. We're in a first-person POV in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, so we want to be able to identify the player and who you're watching, so that's what the nameplate does.
Now, that's all great, but viewers really want to see the map. Tell us about the map.
Yeah, the map overhead is a really important piece of information for the audience. So The audience wants to see where the teams are set up, where they're located on the map, where the engagement's about to occur. And also for the commentators, it's a great tool because the commentator can kind of switch players after a player dies and bring you right back into the action faster.
Now this is really exciting. It's almost like watching a TV show, picture in picture.
Yeah, now the picture-in-picture mode is just really robust, a lot of features there, but essentially you're able to see what the kill streak is for each certain player. If a player's just on a tear, he's got 10 kills in a row, you'll be able to see that in the right-hand column. Also, we have an objective column, so any player who's playing an objective in real time, you're going to be able to see live when that player is playing an objective, and it's going to identify that that player is in fact on the objective.
Are there a lot of options that we can tweak?
Well, we actually have elements of the HUD that are removable, and you can actually customize the HUD for the viewer. And you can actually go in and, let's say an esports league or a big tournament wants to put in their own graphics, so you can remove a piece of the HUD, and we can actually fully customize that for the viewing experience. So you can completely wipe it, put in the mini map, take it away, different things like that. It's just very, very robust, and essentially that's what makes up codcasting.
Now, one of the really neat features is Listen In, where we can actually hear the players, right?
Yeah, the Listen In feature in codcasting mode is actually my favorite feature. It really allows us to take the audience and put them into the huddle with the players. So you really get a sense for just how much their communication separates them from other teams in competitive play. The best professional teams in the world have top-notch communication, and it's crucial to them winning a game. So we get to feel what they're feeling, what they're strategizing, and just hear the overall just lingo between the players, and it's just really an exciting tool. It's just such a great deal of information that the audience is going to be empowered with now. In Black Ops 2, the commentators have all the right to make the viewing experience as customized to the viewer and the audience as possible. So, for me personally as a commentator, I want to make the viewing experience as fun as possible for the audience, and I'm able to do that with Codcaster mode, but more importantly, I'm able to make sure that we don't miss those epic moments in the battles that may have gotten lost in the past. These just crucial moments that change the face of the game and what essentially determines outcomes of matches. We're able to make sure that we capture all of that.
Thanks, Hastro. David, I want to talk to you about some of these features. What was it like implementing some of these features?
Yeah, so there's really a couple of really key pillars to the entirety of the esports and competitive agenda for us. Black Ops 2 has a league play feature. This is a sport. It's how you make Call of Duty multiplayer a sport, and we actually use skill-based matchmaking to put players in the right brackets. Competition is fun at any level, pro players and average players alike. We also have to make it fun to watch, fun to spectate. That's what codcasting does. So that's why that feature is so important, have that production around that sport. And then finally, we need a way to give that sport or broadcast it to the world, and we do that with a feature we call live streaming.
You're now putting basically thousands of dollars of tools into the hands of the community. That's got to be really exciting. You're expecting to see a lot of great stuff out of them.
Yeah, it's actually really important for us to put as many tools as we can. We really like to make sure that we give the player the ability to customize the experience, whether they're playing the game, whether they're watching the game. In fact, Larry, you can even go back through the theater feature later, pick up those games, and then codcast them later. It's really cool.
The team at Treyarch has got to be excited about the work that they've done around this. They've always really enjoyed the community, but this takes it to a different level.
We're going to keep going. We're pretty engaged with the community all the time. They're very passionate people. They have a lot to say about the game, and it's really fun to take their ideas, mold them into the context and structure what the game's supposed to be like, and then bring them right back to the players.
Thanks, David. Any final words?
Sure. I've just been blown away by how dedicated the team at Treyarch has been to making this experience for the players as best as it can be and giving them as much customization that they can have. It's just mind-blowing how dedicated they are to their community and how well they treat their fans and the players that play the game. So I think that's something that all of the Black Ops 2 players out there when they get the game are going to realize pretty quickly.
Thank you, Hastro. Any final words?
We're really excited to put this game in players' hands. And when you get there and you get your hands on it, I want you to tell us what you're thinking about it, how it's working for you. Feed right back to us so we can continue to make and improve our games for you.
Welcome back to the pit, everyone. I am here with Hastro and a very special new codcaster. It's Vaughn, and look at this. I'm your friend at the moment, right?
Am I your friend? I can't tell.
Yeah.
I'm your enemy.
Yeah, you're foe now. This is an amazing piece of work. What's the story behind this?
It's classified, beyond top secret.
Is this an unlockable in Black Ops 2?
It's a very special unlock, only available to the top players in the world.
Nice. Hey, listen, so not only tonight are you getting the world premiere of Black Ops 2 multiplayer streamed live, you're also getting the world premiere of Vaughn as a codcaster. How about that?
Yeah, it's a weekend of first for me, and we're just going to go straight with it with my friend Astro here and have a go. Why not?
And Astro, you've had some pretty big voices next to you in that codcasting booth, right? How does it feel to have Vaughn next to you?
I can't say enough about this guy. I mean, honestly, it's a joy to have him here casting with me, absolutely. And I'm his friend right now, apparently, so I'm his enemy now, so it's great to have him here.
Changes quickly. Do you guys want to have a hug, or we just get on with the next game? Let's get on with the next game, right? Okay, so really good start tonight. Amazing to see the Europeans really put that one in the bags, yeah?
Oh man, I was actually really surprised. I mean, they really took it to the North Americans right there, pretty bad. I mean, that was a rough one. So we'll see what happens here in the next round.
Home advantage telling in that first game, but it's all going to change because we're showing off one of the new game modes now. This is multi-team team deathmatch. Tell us about this one, Vaughn.
Yeah, so this is a 3-on-3-on-3-on-3, but you can play multi-team deathmatch with up to 6 factions and any combination of 18 players. This is going to be very intense. These are very competitive guys, very competitive small teams of 3, small group, squad tactics are going to matter. They're going to have to load out really well and work together to win this game. It's going to be an epic, epic match.
Now those loadouts are really interesting, right? So everyone knows about the Pick 10 creator class system. Tell us how that's influencing the multiplayer game and what people should look out for in this.
So in this particular combination, I'm going to be specifically looking to see how these guys have combined wild cards and Pick 10 together to complement each other's play styles, because with this multi-team deathmatch game, this action's so intense and these guys are going to have to be cooperating, so I want to see how different their classes are and how similar they are, and that should be a really interesting thing to look for here.
Good stuff. Okay, so the guys are into their teams now. The guys that they're playing with are the guys they play with all the time, so the communication should come to the fore here. Tell us about the map that we're playing on, Astro.
Sure, so we're actually going to be launching this game on Turbine, and it's going to be multi-team, like David said. So it's 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 3, 4 teams of 3. And the map Turbine is just going to be an excellent choice here in this multi-team TDM. It just plays really fast. It's a great map. You can climb on everything, and it's going to be great.
All right, multi-team team deathmatch, twice the teams, twice the carnage. Look out for that communication teamwork coming to the fore. Let's get going with it.
All right, here we go. We're going, boys.
All right, folks.
Good luck.
So, Mr. David Vonderhaar in the booth with me, and we're about to launch Turbine multi-team team